Gimme a head with hair, long beautiful hair, shining, gleaming, steaming, flaxen, waxen. Give me down to there, hair, shoulder length or longer. Here, baby, there, mama, everywhere, daddy, daddy, hair. Blow it, show it, long it's got to go in my hair. Let it fly in the breeze.
And I remember when I was in grade school, I got cast as the little redhead girl in the Charlie Brown story, like as his girlfriend. Just solely for the fact that I had red hair.
I have red hair.
My hair's red.
I would say my hair color is strawberry blonde, but when I go to get a driver's license, I always tell them it's red.
Some say strawberry blonde, and I say it's red.
I think it's orange.
Red. Strawberry blonde. It was copper red, but some of it has washed out, and now I'm a strawberry blonde.
Red.
Well, I say red, but I think of it as orange, because it is orange, kind of.
It's red.
I always considered myself to have a golden blonde / light brown with reddish highlights that gets really light in the sun, but in the wintertime gets kind of dark. I'm a redhead.
I think it's flattering to be considered a redhead.
There's a term in Israel that's used a lot called gingy, which is a description of a redhead, and what it comes from is when the British were occupying Israel pre-1948, the troops were there, and those were the days of Ginger Rogers and Fred Astaire, and Ginger Rogers was a redhead. Consequently, it took on this name of Gingy.
This guy used to call me Rusty, but I mean that was a joke, and I put a quick stop to it.
Redhead, red, pumpkin, carrot top.
People called me Carrot Top, which I never quite got because I always think of Carrot Tops as being green.
You know, my big comeback, like, carrot top, green tops. It'd be like, carrot bottom.
Redhead, brick top, freckles.
You have rusty spots all over you.
This one woman, though, used to, in the gym locker room at my high school, used to sing Annie to me, and that was like intentionally malicious to make fun of me.
Red. They used to call it. That was very creative.
The sun will come out tomorrow, bet your bottom dollar. And then, like, everybody would laugh and stuff.
Well, I like being different. That's the good thing about having red hair, is you kind of stick out. If you like to stick out, then it's a good thing.
I think I tend to be kind of an independent person. Like, I don't really care too much about what other people think of me, which makes me glad that I have red hair.
Red hair allows me to be unique, different, spontaneous, just wacky.
It's kind of neat to stand out in a crowd.
Growing up, we lived in Wisconsin, and I used to get in the show free because I had red hair.
He might have married me because I'm a redhead.
The great thing about having red hair is that not a lot of people do.
When I was younger, the fact that being a redhead was unique was really a problem.
But I think now as an adult, having red hair would be a real kick. A drawback? I don't know. I don't think there are any drawbacks to being a redhead.
I used to not like it because freckles and wearing certain colors that look kind of heinous with your skin tone.
I can't tell you how many times I got third-degree sunburn because I just didn't pay attention. Sunburn.
I can't wear red, really, because it clashes. And I think it's kind of odd to have to, like, worry about clashing your hair, which is like this natural thing with your clothing. It's just kind of stupid. I mean, it's like something you would do with eyeshadow, but not really with hair.
I was the only redhead in my class as a child, so I felt a little, just ostracized sometimes.
You stood out in a crowd, and everybody was constantly noticing you and making comments about that you were a kid with red hair and how different that was, and you were never really able to escape from it. Kids used to tease in school.
When I was really young, like in grammar school, I wanted to be like everybody else, just, you know, for the sheer fact that then boys would like me and stuff, and I was always kind of an oddball. But then later on, like, it kind of toughens you up, you know? So then you start to, like, get really proud of your uniqueness.
And while it might be difficult as a kid to be picked out for being different, when you get to be an adult, it's better. It's more fun.
Oh. Does she look like me? Do I look like Wendy? And they loved my hair. They loved my hair color. I looked perfect for Wendy. But they made me wear a wig. They had this straw red wig. I drove up to the to-go window dressed up as Wendy, and I said, "I'm Wendy. Do I get a free meal?"
Never. I like my hair color. I wouldn't change it for anything. I think if I think about doing anything with my hair, it's the thought of what am I going to do when it starts to change colors.
I've always wanted to be a blonde.
I'm real happy with it.
I just never thought about changing the color.
Red is a real, I would say it's the hottest color in the market right now.
I think about coloring my hair pretty often. I've only done it twice, but I think I'll do it again. It's in a way it's kind of embarrassing, I think, to color your hair. I think it's kind of vain. But if you want red hair, you have to color it.
There's many, many different shades of red, ranging from slightly strawberry blonde red like I have to maybe kind of a purpley maroon red.
Nobody ever asks if it's my natural color. Everyone assumes that it is. I mean, and usually they assume it's a natural texture too.
Because at one time there weren't as many redheads as there are now today.
I'm doing more reds now than I've done in probably 10 or 15 years.
It bothers me when people ask me if mine is, when they assume that mine is dyed and not natural.
We do have several clients that have just beautiful red hair, and whenever they come in, we all kind of ooh and ah over it. So I would say they leave feeling pretty beautiful. They leave feeling pretty good.
The only personality trait that I can think of is people always say that redheads are fiery, and I'm a pretty calm person, but when I get mad, I get really mad. I've been known to throw things. When I was little, I got mad and I hurled my cello bow across the room and broke it in two.
Yeah, she was always the red-haired sister. And I was always the, well, I think you have red hair because your sister has red hair, sister. I think, but I'm not sure, you know, because people told me I had red hair even before they saw her. But I never considered myself to have red hair. So I'm hoping that down the line we'll have redheaded kids. I don't necessarily want it, you know, neon red, but red tint would be kind of cool.
I am definitely, as I'm getting more maternal, I look at redheaded kids and I want redheaded kids something fierce. And I have to admit that I have thought about the men that I know who have redheads in their family and thought this would be a good thing. I could have redheaded kids.
I would want girls with red hair, but boys with red hair, I don't know, it's kind of goofy.
Only if they're girls.